I'm Vesta. I'm working at BTA Insurance Company, and today I would like to invite you all on our little journey, one that includes 3 different countries, a lot of Excel sheets, and very smart guys from Infotrust. Before that, let's jump to the place where it all started, and I will do just short intro about BTA. So BTA is a non-life insurance company providing for the customers a variety of different insurance products as a motor, property, accident, travel, it operating in 3 different Baltic countries, Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. We are running in the market already for 30 years, and we do have a bit over 1,000 employees. BTA is also part of Vesta Insurance Group, and if we are taking Vesta Insurance Group in the Baltic insurance market, we are the leaders. And if we are taking BTA itself, I think at the moment we are taking 3rd place in the market. Myself, I'm working in BTA already for 8 years. I started as an actuary, but from the very beginning my work was related more with the data projects and BI projects. So it ended up that currently I'm leading Baltic BI team. It's rather a small team. There is 6 of us, and our daily task just to conquer our employees' hearts and minds with the BI and data. So now, as you do know me and BTA a bit, I would like to take you back in time, approximately 10 years back. So, as I mentioned, we are 3 different countries operating as one company, and it sounds great on paper, but in practice that means that we had 3 different core systems, 3 different analytic teams, and you can guess that we have 3 different, completely different ways how we are doing analytics. So all the reporting is mostly in Excel. KPIs, we don't have them. We didn't have them unified. We were calculating everything individually. And data, usually we extract it from core system directly, stitch it together, do a little pray, and hope that everything will be fine. And if we needed on some occasions to make one common report for Baltics, for that we needed a lot of time, a lot of coffee, and after that a bit of therapy. So yeah, that was the realization moment that we understood that we need to change, we need to unify, we need to modernize. And our initial thought was, let's align. Because our Latvian and Estonia colleagues was already ahead. They were using Oracle BI tool. So we thought, let's try to rolling it out in Lithuania as well. And it worked technically, but emotionally it didn't feel quite right, because in a lot of the cases we need to find a compromise with the business, and most of those cases was that we ended up having some kind of different or worse functionality, not functionality, but worse reporting that they had in simple Excel. It was not some kind of functionality differences, but rather small things that business just can't stand, like colors. It's very important to have the right colors. So we did that. We lived like this for several years until our Latvian colleagues found Qlik. They did a completely manual installation, just it was inside work. We bought few licenses, we built some few applications, and we saw a light in those applications. What we also saw that this is a trap, because as powerful as Qlik is as a tool, without proper governance and security, basically we would end up in Excel land with no time. So we did something smart. We started to look for partners, and this is how we found the Infotrust. And when the Infotrust came, things started to move fast and change faster. So together with the Infotrust, or Infotrust was doing the job and we were learning from them. So together with the Infotrust, we designed a detailed and scalable Qlik technical architecture. We built governance rules, security rules. We did build data architecture. We even designed what Milda said we don't have, but we have this old school thing which is called centralized KPIs management system. Yeah. We spend a lot of hours on knowledge transfer sessions, and I tried to count how many hours we were sitting together with Milda. I'm calling till now her my sensei. So it was more than 100 hours we were sitting together trying to build data architecture in Qlik Sense for BTA from the very beginning, meaning extracting the data from the data source properly to the final application that users will use. And it was quite successful. It was successful. We had applications. We went live with them. We started with 13 professional licenses and 61 analyzer license. We did a lot of trainings together with Infotrust, and internally we onboarded the users, and finally Qlik became everyone's daily business. Answers come fast to the users. Reporting was self-service, and really we saw that users are excited to opening Qlik and see the information inside. And it was success. We were at that time baking applications as a pancakes in the morning. And this fame hit us hard because requests started to flow and we were lost. We started to questioning ourselves, what are we doing with BI? Who owns it? Are we managing it correctly? And to be honest, at that time, we were not managing it, we just winging it. And surprise, surprise, we turned out again to the Infotrust, and even more surprised that they delivered again. So we were sitting together, like in conclave, shut down the doors and sitting together for months, trying to build a BI management system for BTA. We not even tried, we built it. We build workflows for application creation process, how we are gathering requirements, how we are processing with the change requests. We interviewed business leads, gathered their visions, how they are seeing future of BI in our company. We even started to harmonize our applications that we currently had. So in the end, we would have more Baltic applications rather than small local applications. That is completely different. And we started to project for KPIs unification. And also, while we were doing that, Infotrust highly suggested to establish separate BI department for that to be able to succeed. And what we said, no, thank you. We will have a project team and we will do it as a project. Well, shocking, I think in a year, we did establish BI department within all Baltics with the proper tasks, strategy, and clear vision. And after that, everything became a lot more manageable. And today, from 80 users, we've grown to more than 200 users of Qlik. By using Qlik, business really started to ask questions. They didn't know those questions existed before. They are making fast and data-driven decisions. And what is most important, we switched our minds that Qlik Sense is no longer just a tool, but for us is just one single source of truth. And we are not stopping here. It's not a project, it's a constant work and improvements. So we already thinking about cloud solutions. We already trying to figure out IE, how to benefit from it, how to integrate in Qlik Sense. We want to add more data that we are currently having in Qlik Sense, and in general, we do dream big and have a lot of plans, and I believe we will do them in the nearest future. And I believe that's it of my story, as this is one of the BTA slogans, Dare to Innovate, so I wish you the same, Dare to Innovate.
Thank you, Vesta. Thank you. Any hands? Any hands for a story for the Vesta? Then let's go. Vesta, the story was really, I would say, sweet.
Because Robert's covered technical part.
We split the role, yeah.
All right, great. And how it was throughout the journey, because it takes investment, it takes time, as you mentioned, and funds. How you were addressed by the management? Did management supported it from the get-go, or did you needed to constantly, let's say, convince and show business cases, or and at the end, how do you measure the value that the business analytics actually brought to the BTA?
I think in this case we were quite lucky because my manager at that time was really a data champion, and I didn't need to do any convincing part because he was so on fire for data, and it's insurance business. Data is the thing that we are running on, so that was not a problem for us. For business value, so when the successful application came, and business that is controlling half of portfolio in BTA started really looking it and making some really good decisions, then it just comes naturally, and yeah, everyone wants to have everything the same. Like I told, the request started to flow, and we were like, busy.